Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sports Brothers podcast, NBA Game 2 post game show. Get ready.
This is very casual, very, very casual. I mean, we didn't really need that. This is casual. This is the dress down version of the show, but we'll go ahead and do it twice.
We are in the building for the post
You
game.
want to,
Phoenix Suns are now up 2 games to 0. He is Zach. I am Mr. 411. We are just chilling at the crib. And as you heard before
yep,
the
I'm
countdown from Zach,
watching ESPN right now to see the
we're
highlights.
relaxing and watching. We just finished watching the game, and now we just here to chop it up. So it's just me and Zach in the building right
Yes.
now, but there'll be another guest in shortly. But we're just here to have a good time. I hope everybody enjoyed game 2 and of the finals. We're going to have a new
Well,
a
I don't know about
champion.
have a good time, but
I will.
to break down the game, maybe that'll be fun.
It will be.
Well,
All right.
y'all will see me looking away, but I'm looking at the highlights. I really don't need to look at the highlights. I'm I'm gonna look at analysis while I'm giving my analysis.
Yes,
So won't
sir.
that be good?
Very good, man.
So even the experts listen to experts. That's how you know what you don't know.
You know what they call that? Iron sharpened iron, man.
Sounds good.
I know
I'll
your
go ahead and
football.
let you start with. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, I was gonna tell you
You
go
you're
ahead and
pumped
give
up, man.
your
You pumped up.
assessment,
Oh
huh?
man, well, my initial assessment is, man, that look, my initial assessment is the Phoenix making the 3 pointer, man. I think the three ball, man, 11 threes in the first half. Um, the Bucks did a great job of scoring interior from the interior, man. But those 13 threes from the Suns, I know they like to shoot the ball, and I know we discussed it a little bit this morning, where I was mentioning about the corner three, and they made 7 corner threes in the first half. So, and then three from the top. I mean, four from the top, which was 11 threes in that first half. And I think that's what kept Phoenix in the game and kept them from not having to play from behind. Because I really think that the Bucks really came out with a much better defensive effort than they did in game 1. So that's my initial thoughts of game 2. What's some of yours, man?
First, it would be I I gotta wonder what my family member did, whoever it was, that made God say, we are not going to let this man be like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", because Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton should wear ski masks to work because all they do is steal. They shot 32%. If one of them just plays better, they win the game tonight. But like all that other stuff, the corner threes and all play the pick and roll, like all of that is great. Um, Dudes making 30 plus $1 million a year need to play like dudes making 30 plus $1 million a year. And that's just it. I don't want to hear any of the other stuff. I don't want to hear, oh, the other guys are playing too. And no, you make that money for a reason and you make it with the expectation to perform. And I'll go in something that kind of everybody might not want to agree with. But if I'm a parent or if I'm a spouse, the expectation is I'm gonna be the best parent or the best spouse I can be every day. It do, will I fall short? You're gonna fall short, but you know what happens when I fall short? There's not excuses made of, well, you should have been better than such and such, such and such, and it happens to everyone. And this. Like they need to perform, and they consistently go out there and don't perform. And you have Giannis, and I don't know how bad the knee is or what have you. And I told you earlier, if he was a football player, he would have played with that. It wouldn't have been any doubt or whatever. But he goes out there, and I'm gonna go to the third quarter specifically. He was attacking the paint, and he was doing everything he could. I believe he scored 20 points that quarter, the most
Yeah.
points scored in the last 25 years in a
Yeah.
quarter.
Yeah.
He was doing everything he could to keep the team in the game. And not only like he shot, I can't even remember how many free throws he shot that quarter. Did he shoot? He might have shot 10 free throws that quarter. He shot a lot of free throws that quarter. The Bucks were in the penalty early, and I think at that point, the only other person on the team that had shot free throws was Drew Holiday. He had 2 attempts. So, what are these guys doing when you're in the penalty and you're not attacking Phoenix? Like, Phoenix isn't a great defensive team. Outside of Chris Paul, no one on Phoenix is like an all NBA defensive performer to my knowledge, unless Crowder was or what have you. I guess some of the other guys could be, but I don't think any of them are made an all defensive team. And I'm gonna say this from off. Drew Holiday, when Drew Holiday actually had the ball, Chris Paul can't guard Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday gave Chris Paul that work. Like it, big guy on little guy. Chris Paul couldn't do anything with Drew Holiday. And yet Drew Holiday didn't go into the paint, I think, until the fourth quarter a couple times from what I remember. So it goes back to what I said before. They just a dumb team. I don't understand. And I sent you some voice messages throughout the game where
Yeah.
they're down six. I think it was with the 4:20 mark left in the game. They're down six. Chris Middleton has the ball, fakes it like the short corner three if you want to go with, fakes it. It's gonna go in, and instead of trying to make an attempt at the bucket, and maybe it wouldn't have been a good attempt, he would have had to take a bad shot. But hell, they take bad shots all the time. So what's one more bad shot? At least you had the rim. He throws it out to Connaughton. Connaughton shoots a three, and I'm gonna pull the number that guys tell me all the time. We ain't paying Connaughton to take that shot. We paying, we paying. Hey, we paying. We paying. My boy Middleton to take that shot. Now it's the Sports Brothers and Sister.
Sort of.
How's it
Way
going?
to say that with a little swag, Zach. Way to say that with a little swag, man.
I just said it the way I say it. And
Yeah,
the
with a
Bucks,
little
as I said,
swag.
low IQ. I don't get it. Like you were down six with 420 some left. Just get a two and make
Yeah.
it a 4-point game instead. You missed the three, and then Phoenix goes down and they hit a three, and it's a 9-point game. And my guess is the Bucks will probably play better when they go home because
Yeah.
Drew Holiday and Middleton will play better. But that's what role players do. I'm playing I'm playing the guy $30
That's what
million.
I'm talking about there, Lacey. That's
I'm
what I'm
not
talking about.
paying him to be a role player. I'm paying him to perform to the highest of levels day in, day out. And as I said, everybody's going to give these dudes excuses tomorrow. But they bank account, like if Middleton's bank account was short or Drew Holiday bank account was short, I bet they would have a problem with that. Like so I would treat their bank account like they treat the basketball games. You don't get as much tonight because you didn't play. Kind of like how they said Jordan told Horace Grant he can't. Hey, don't give him bleep because he played like bleep tonight. That's exactly what I'd be telling him. You don't get no food. I'm taking
Zach,
their food and I'm
Zach,
taking all their comfort on the plane.
Zach,
Yes.
are you a Bucks fan?
No, but I'm just
Okay,
watching basketball and I want to
I
see
feel you, man,
good basketball play.
but
Like
gosh, man,
it's frustrating.
it wasn't terrible basketball. I mean, at some point in time, we have to just
Yes, it
understand
was.
here that you have to just take,
No,
you have to tip your cap. You got to tip your cap to
and
Phoenix
here we
too.
go.
They played another
And here
team, right?
here we
Did they?
go.
Did they play another team?
That's true.
Okay, so give the other team the credit too.
That's true.
You talking like they play? You talking like they played a team that didn't make the playoffs, sir? You talking like a team that didn't make the playoffs? Did Phoenix Suns
They're
make the
playing
playoffs?
like a team that didn't make the playoffs.
Do
Now,
they
come on
make
now.
$30+ million a year? Just yes or no. Do they make $30+ million a year?
They do.
Oh, then I expect you to perform. Like, did you hear me say anything about Pat Connaughton? I put the
Oh, he
game
was.
on him. Did you hear me say anything about these
But
other
are
guys?
you
But if
but are
you
you
make
give
$30
but are
million
you
a
giving the
year,
Suns some credit?
Tyrone, I ain't trying to be funny. If I
Zach,
paid you $30 million
are you
a
giving the
year,
Suns some credit?
if I paid you $30 million a year, I'm not giving anybody else credit unless it's Jesus Christ. I expect you to perform,
Okay. Well,
and
that's
that's just
you.
it. Like it, that would be correct because I tell you what, pay me $30 million a year, and y'all
Okay.
can criticize me as much as you want when you tell me I ain't doing. But I'll say this: when your son has a bad day at school, and you go up there and talk to the teacher and you ask why they failing or why they did this and why they didn't
Yeah.
do this, that teacher
Yeah.
don't make but probably $25,000. Yet you in that teacher's ass about your child, but you don't want to be in these dudes' ass make $30 million. I don't care who's on the other side.
That's not what I
I
said.
don't. I ain't giving them that excuse.
That's not what I said.
That's what it
You
sounds
just trying
like.
to start trouble.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying
Talking
I'm
about
not.
the
Look,
Bucks.
I'm saying give this a
if we
little
gonna
credit.
hold
Who's us?
why?
It's
Give Phoenix a little
yeah.
credit.
It's like that's not what we're here
I'm
for.
not giving them credit.
Well,
Like I'm gonna go
they're
off
too
like how
old.
you perform. When you get paid a certain amount of money, the
Yeah.
expectation is you are going to perform a certain way. Look,
Mhm,
and Miss Lacey, I'm
mhm.
gonna tell you like this, Mr. 411. I was married and I've been married twice, and at times my wives did not work. They were at home and I worked, and it was my job to go home. I mean, I'm sorry, go to the job and provide the financial part. They took care of the house part. Mr. Jones, if I come home and dinner ain't ready, or say the house ain't clean, or her and her girlfriends over there and they just cackling and all of this stuff, I'm not trying to hear all these excuses of this was going on or give someone this. No, you got responsibilities and you have things you're supposed to do. And I know I'm going on rant, so I'm gonna give you one more. And you know my dad, and you know my mama, Mr. 411. And my mama, she dealt with a lot with my
I knew her
dad, and
very
she was
well.
very London, loving and understanding. And let me tell you the one thing she told me that she would not negotiate on, and she was serious about this. She said that man has one responsibility to pay the mortgage for the house. And she said, he don't pay that effing mortgage, we out of here. I don't care what else he do with his money. He don't pay
Wow.
that effing mortgage, we out of here. And you know what my dad did every month? Like my dad liked to go out, hang out, drink, party up, do all that.
Yeah.
He always paid the mortgage uh, because he understood what his responsibility was. And I bet if them dudes lost money for not performing the way they supposed to perform, they
That's a good
performed
point.
better.
Mhm.
That's an excellent point, man. So
Mhm.
tell me what Middleton didn't do.
What do you mean? He
What
didn't
he didn't do.
score.
He didn't score. Yeah, I mean, he got
What
a
was it?
couple of big threes,
What
but
was the?
I, I
I don't
just
know. Like, hey, I
I
can.
mean,
I'm not even
what
going
do
to
you
give you
want
a
him to
great
what do you
analysis
want
or
him to
whatever.
do? I'm just saying, what
I,
do you want him to do?
I don't know.
We know who he is.
What did his
We know that
what did
the
his
Bucks
agent?
we know that the Bucks are a collective. We know that. What you're arguing is that what they're getting paid,
They're a collective.
but the history of basketball, in basketball players are getting paid a lot of money. We know players get paid an inflated amount of money. That I mean, Luol Deng made a ton of money, and we know that he didn't make the money that we think he should have made, but he got that contract. So give the Suns some credit. The Suns made the
Do
Suns
they give
played
like
the Suns played very good basketball.
okay, and they won. That's their credit.
Right.
do they give the team like $150 million and then they split that money 15 ways between everybody? Like everybody on the team gets an
Oh, of
equal
course
amount of
not.
money.
No, they don't. They don't.
That's not the
No.
way it works.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna even go
They
this far.
don't.
I'm gonna even go this far because when I was an athlete, look, I wanted to be the man. I wanted to have that responsibility on me. Like I didn't want to run from that responsibility. if I didn't perform the way that I was supposed to perform, or the expectation of what guys expected me to perform, then it was I was disappointed myself. So I don't care what you're telling me about giving the other team whatever, and I ain't worried. Look, I ain't worried about Cal either.
Cal is in the
Tell me,
building, man. Hey, Zach, breathe for Zach, breathe for 1 second, please. Breathe for a second.
No.
Well, give me a second. Coy is in the building. Coy is a major supporter of the Sports Brother, and tonight the Sport Brother and Sister post game show. Okay, Zach, get back at it, man, because you are really heated,
I'm
man.
just saying. I hear Cal. Except, look, all you people. I hope y'all all have children. I know you have children. I hope y'all all have children. And I hope when the kids don't do what they supposed to do, and they just say, "Mom, Dad," it was just a lot going on. I couldn't focus because see, this is where times have changed too. Because I got my ass tore. I didn't get these long. Let me understand your feelings, and the other person was trying to do this, and this. Hell no. This was the expectation. You didn't do it. I'm about to beat your ass. And that was the talk that I got. And you know what I learned? I better do what I'm supposed to do if I don't get my ass beat. And we can say all of this other great analysis is going to come up. I'm sure Lacey will have some great analysis. And you already gave us some, Mr. 411.
And you did too, Zach.
And Middleton.
Give yourself a little credit too, man. You gave great analysis.
Paychecks. Look, I'm being black and white. They earn their paycheck, and people should earn what their paycheck said. Like, you get the bigger paycheck for a reason. And you right, Cal. I am angry or whatever because these dudes frustrate the hell out of me that they get to go home with all this damn money, and all you got to do is live up. Look, like, at least play a little better. And Tyrone, Mr. 411.
Yes, sir.
This is like a daily occurrence for them. Like, they do this almost every game. So they play poorly so we give the other guy credit every day.
Yeah.
Every day we give the other guy credit. Like, oh, it happened again. At some point, can we stop giving the other guy credit? We just look ourselves in the mirror and be like, damn.
Check out what Coy said. Check out what Coy said, Zach.
Hey, I think maybe he got scared. He thinks he might be going to bed with me tonight instead of wife. Like, I want to do that. But Cal, that's all I'm saying. Just earn your money. Look, I make a little paycheck, very little paycheck. It gets split a whole different way, a whole different lot of ways. But you know what? I still go in, and the people that pay me know, hey, this guy, for the most part, maybe not 100%. I ain't gonna lie and act like I give it my all 100% of the time. But we're gonna go 92 to 95% of the time. I'm earning that paycheck.
Good job, Zach. That's a lot. 92%.
Well, look, I ain't gonna say in case somebody watching that I only earn it about 70% of the time. It's 92 to 95.
Hey, if you was playing basketball, if you were playing baseball and you was batting 920, you'll be first ballot Hall of Fame, probably the greatest baseball player of all time. So 92% ain't bad.
Just watch
Lacey,
Sunday.
I know you have.
They gonna play well Sunday.
Lacey, I know you have something to say. Come on.
Yes, please. I know. I done took all up because it was just so frustrating watching the whole damn game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zach. And full disclosure, Zach has been on the Bucks for a long time now, especially throughout this playoffs. He's been on them, and he's giving them a hard time. And you know what? Like, it's not that it's not warranted. It is. Mm-hmm. I mean, Zach has been a proponent of the Greek Freak, Giannis, for several seasons. We both feel like he is top 2 in the NBA. I mean, he's great on both ends of the floor. I mean, he was all in. Defensive Player of the Year and an MVP. So, we really want the Bucks to do well. We want them to win it. But there's some things out there that is head scratching. But Lacey, go ahead and chime in.
Well, I have to admit that I missed a lot of the game. I was watching the video from this morning. You guys are like, okay, this early in the morning for this. It was 7 a.m. here. So Zach's time must have been like 5 a.m. I have to give Zach a little credit, Mr. Will, because you were like sleepwalking for like the first 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Going stuff with you. He talking about 2-play instead of 4-play. I was cracking up. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I missed a lot of the game because of that. And then like I've been very popular tonight. People have been calling me all night. And I was on the phone at 11:30 with one of my sisters.
Well, one of your sisters?
Please.
Okay.
I have 6 and a
Oh
half.
my God.
I got 6 and a possible.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my day.
Impossible.
But you know, the thing that I take away from the Bucks, and the reason I believe that they're not going to be victorious in this series, is because Giannis is expected to carry everybody. He's supposed to make up for every single person that's fallen down. I mean, he is playing his heart out. And like you mentioned, Zach, that Connaughton guy, whatever his name is.
I think Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, he was. He was playing like you got to leave it all on the floor, and I didn't see that from everybody. You know, this is the finals. This is the big dance. You know, the Bucks haven't been here in 50 years. You know, so it's like you got to play like every single damn rebound, every point, all of it counts. And I didn't see that kind of urgency. The three-pointer, I swear, in a lot of ways, it has ruined basketball for me because you know what I mean. It's like instead of like taking a regular shot or driving to the basket or I love the alley-oop. That's my favorite play. It's like it's just easier to just like shoot from out here. You want all the glory, but you know if you're shooting like 3 for 18 or whatever, you're wasting everybody's time. You know, you do that when. After you've tried the 2-pointer, if somebody kicks it out to you, then maybe you do that. But it's like they too often they go to that. That's their first instinct to go for the 3 when you don't have to. And the 3-pointer is a much lower percentage shot. And
it's definitely a lower percentage shot when you're the Bucks. Because their bread and butter has to be interior scoring. It has to be.
Right.
They have streaky scores for the outside, but yeah, their bread and butter needs to be from the inside. Oh, but carry on.
They should dominate that, and the fact that the score was as close as it is, it's like if they had like figured out how to do anything. And I listened to you guys this morning's show when you were saying like, you know, they need to learn from what didn't work in the first game, and you know, I see the same kind of mistakes. You know, it's like every play is like, okay, they're going to Giannis, you know, for the most part, unless Middleton or somebody's going to shoot a 3 from outside, you know, you have to like flip the script. You have to like be more dynamic than that. And I don't see that they're making that adjustment. I think that they've played this way all season and it has worked for them for the most part. But Phoenix is smarter than this, smarter than that. And they're not going to get away with it here. I don't think they're going to play a lot better in Milwaukee because I don't think that they have the true point like Chris Paul is. I don't think that they really have that. At least that's my opinion. Like
was LACY tapping our phones at?
He's the guy you look to.
I think she was.
To be honest, huh?
We think you've been tapping our phone calls because we've had that discussion. We had that discussion a long time ago, didn't we, Zach?
And what? And we did, and I'm gonna add this, and I think I'm starting to see why there ain't too many brothers that own teams in the NBA. Because I am telling you right now, if I was the owner of the Bucks, I would have went down there and I told Budenholzer, if I see Brook Lopez on Booker or Chris Paul again, your ass is fired right now. I don't care if ain't nobody guarding him. Brook Lopez better not guard. Now one of them again, 1-on-1. Like, what kind of defense are we running? Like, I just saw it and I was like, oh my God, he is not on Devin 3. Oh no, he's not up. mid-range jumper, Chris Paul, up three again, Booker. I was like, what are they doing? And Giannis is like right there in the corner. I was like, at least flip it and maybe let Giannis go over there and get him. Like, how are we letting this matchup happen? I don't understand how professionals, like the coach makes a little money too.
Yeah.
And I know, and I'm going to tell Cal again, you're right, Cal. I get angry at dumb stuff and dumb people.
You talking about Koi?
So when you ain't good at what you do, yes,
Let's give a little background on Koi in a minute, Zach.
That are dumb.
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh, go ahead, and I'll let you look. I'm gonna keep rattling off about this, but LACY was right. Like the thing I was talking about with Middleton, he drove right to the back, like he was right there, and maybe it would have got blocked, maybe it wouldn't have. But he's supposed to be a superstar, right? Do something, try and wiggle or do it, because Devin Booker sure seemed to be able to find a way to get shots off and get in the basket.
Even if you don't get the basket, generally you'll get fouled, which is
you would think.
I mean, that's kind of the point. Like you get it one way or the other, but they just don't seem to have gotten that memo. And I'm like, I've never played basketball like this, but it's like there's not that much to figure out. I don't think, But what do I know?
Even if you ain't played basketball, I think everybody would know Brook Lopez guarding Devin Booker or Chris Paul is probably not a good idea.
No.
Well, the problem with that guys is, again, he's on the floor. If he's on the floor, they're going to hunt him down and they're going to run screen and roll. Regardless of who he's guarding, they're going to find him and they're going to run pick and roll with that guy. So that's why he keeps getting put in this predicament. The best solution to that is to take him off the floor. And now that's the catch-22. Do you go center with Giannis? And you just play Lopez more backup minutes, maybe do it that way. But if he's on the floor, they're going to find him. And the other thing they can do at that point is, he's a center. So, but the only thing they can do at that point then is blitz. Well, he's not initially on Booker. Is that they're using whoever he's guarding, whoever Lopez is guarding, they're involving that player in the pick and roll. So now it's a switch being forced. So either they're gonna have to trap off of that screen and roll and then recover. Then they're gonna have to change up how they defend that pick and roll. Or take him off the floor.
Well, the other option is, Mr. 411, is,
yes, sir.
You know what? If you're going up against a little guy and you bigger, sometimes be big.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with being big. It's nothing wrong with
how do you lose that matchup?
Taking his big behind down there and say, hey, give me the ball. I'm gonna go up against everybody. When especially when Giannis is getting them in foul trouble. So if Brook Lopez, I'll say take him off the floor if he ain't gonna make them pay on the other end.
Okay, but on the other end, yes, I get that.
Chris Paul can't guard Drew Holiday. He can't. That should be like we can hunt Chris Paul down too. Like it ain't no rule to say we can't hunt the other team down. We gonna put Chris Paul in pick and rolls with Drew Holiday and Giannis, and he gonna have to guard, and we gonna foul him out the game. We gonna foul Booker out the game because Booker couldn't handle Drew Holiday either. So we can do that.
I agree with that.
And now we go back. And now we go back to if I'm Drew Holiday, and I'm saying if I'm Drew Holiday, we talk about things sometimes. Like you want to throw out these excuses and give the other guy credit.
Not excuses, sir. Not excuses, sir.
I mean, you could say reasons, but I don't feel that is reasons because when we play man defense,
but I feel like college, it's reason.
When we played man defense in college, and I had the guy in front of me, if the defensive line didn't put enough pressure on the quarterback, and it took a little bit longer for him to release the ball, I still got to guard the guy. Like nobody's looking at me like, oh man, we know you gave up that touchdown, but you had to guard him for 8 seconds. Nobody is giving me an excuse like that. So whatever the reasons are that Drew Holiday and Middleton are having issues, they just have to overcome it because there is no reason.
I'm sorry, but I thought you were referring to Lopez and his issue on defense.
Well, yeah,
that's what I was referring to. I'm referring to Lopez.
Now I'm bouncing back to these guys.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna talk about all the Bucks. Everything I say is gonna go back to Miller Holiday because they make $30 million. And let me bring up what Cal said about this because this is perfect. He said if you was a doctor with 92% success, it would mean you was a mad murderer. And you know what? There we go with those guys. Like, hey, I expect you to succeed every time you go out there. I don't care what the situation is. If the doctor has my son in there for brain surgery and he says, man, I just had a bad day today. The wife had me stressed out, the kids, tuition is due at school and all stuff. Hey, surgery didn't go so well with your son. But I'm going to get the next one. But this one right here, wouldn't nobody be trying to hear that? They'd be like, no. You're supposed to do great every time. So thank you, Cal, because you're right. Yet we giving these guys excuses. And I'll turn it back to you, Mr. 411. But I'm gonna treat them like Cal said about the doctor. I expect you to succeed every time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna take the hockey pass and swing it over to Miss LACY and give her a little airtime.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, but Miss LACY, before we do that, Miss LACY,
Sure.
Coy, as you can see, Coy has a lot to say tonight. And not only tonight, but Coy
is sleeping on the couch. Are you on the couch or something? Did the wife kick you out the room?
but Coy is an OG.
Okay.
Coy's an OG, and he's one of the guys that grew up with us, and he's a huge supporter of the Sportz Brothas and Tonight Sister podcast, and he's one of our day one guys, and he has a lot of knowledge. You'll see him a lot on here with a lot of future podcasts, and there's actually one out there that you can take a look at, and you'll see him in action yourself. But Coy's a major guy in this process. So Coy, LACY, Coy.
Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you.
LACY. We don't use all of that.
Now, what's that? What are you asking?
Go ahead and give us some more analysis.
What is it you're wanting me to say? I feel like there's an agenda here, but
oh no, we just want you to talk. That's
I'm with him.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. Like Milwaukee did what I thought they were going to do. I'm glad that they did. Remember that the other game in Brooklyn when they were like down by like.
Can you specify what you thought they were going to do?
I mean, I didn't think they were going to win. That's really kind of the bottom line. It's like, okay,
any particular
they're not playing
reason?
like winners. They're not. And this whole deal about when they go on the road, they just really can't seem to show up. That's not a good look for them, because they're not the home team. And so I'm like, well, I know that you guys touched on it, huh? You guys touched on it this morning. It's like you never know what you're going to get.
I want to chime in on that.
What's that?
Yes. Bob,
go ahead, Lacey.
They're just. It's like they're spastic or something. I mean, it's like they get to the other court and they don't know how to play basketball. They did better this time than I was expecting them to. Actually, I thought they were going to lose by more. Because they're so inept when they are not at home. That
is a good word. That's a good word.
It's bad. It's like they don't look like they deserve to be there. Now, when they get back to Milwaukee, the problem I think they're going to have is the other coach pays attention. They've got a lot of film to look at from when they played Brooklyn, and I don't believe that they're going to have that kind of injury that what's his name? Kyrie Irving had. You're not going to get that kind of lightning in a bottle twice.
Well, actually, this is 2 games in a row. Like, what are they doing that 2 games in a row they get 2 dudes with ACL injury? Like,
so it's an ACL with Craig.
I thought they said Craig had an ACL injury. I may have.
Wow, that's back to back.
Wrong, but that's 2 games in a row. 2 dudes with ACL injury. Like. If I'm a bench guy for the Suns, like I'm done playing. I ain't playing this series. We're not getting ACL to go into the summer with 5 games left.
I ain't going if I ain't got paid yet,
Well,
but
let me. I'm gonna double check that to make sure. But I think he's got an ACL.
Okay.
I just feel like Milwaukee is just not bringing what they need, and I know that you guys talked about this during the series with the Nets, where it's like I think Zach said it's like they're not playing like champions, and they don't deserve to be champions if they're playing this poorly. I don't see them beating Phoenix. I think this thing might be over in 5, in my opinion.
I mean, they're halfway there.
Like,
they're halfway there.
They have a real unit. They play together, and they have like everybody has a specific role, and they seem to be able to step into those when they need to. Milwaukee does too much off the cuff stuff. You know, they're playing street ball or something, and it's just not working for them. I think Phoenix is just a better team. They have a better plan. And I don't think Milwaukee can make up for that because they don't have that kind of discipline.
Well, also, we touched on this a lot.
Well, I will tell you that going into the season, the Suns were not a better team.
Right. Okay. I can that, but they are now.
Yeah. Right. And the thing is also, it's clear that the Bucks will do a lot better if they had a facilitator at the point guard position.
Yes.
We talked about it when Chris Paul was in OKC, and he was going. We knew everybody knows the secret was out. I mean, he was going to be moved, and one of the places that we discussed him being moved to was Milwaukee, and that didn't happen. Yeah, that's what me and Zach had discussed.
That would have been beautiful.
And I think that would have unlocked a lot of things if he was in Milwaukee right now.
It'd be better than Drew Holiday. Like just about anything right now would be better than Drew Holiday because he's playing. He reprehensible. He's playing extremely bad, like he just is, and that's just you can't call it any other way.
Yeah. Well, it's 0-2. So does anybody have the Bucks winning game 3?
They better win game 3. Like we don't even really need to talk about are they gonna win it or ain't they gonna win it, because if they don't win game 3, it's over with. You don't call that 3-0 in the NBA. So no. So they have to win game 3. I'm going to assume that look, I'm gonna do. You know what, Tyrone? I don't know. Middleton and Drew Holiday, because the Phoenix Suns are going to show up, Tyrone, and they're going to play defense or whatever. So maybe Drew Holiday and Middleton won't be able to make any shots because the other team is guarding them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think maybe they assume that nobody's going to guard them, kind of like 7-on-7 or something. In football, that you're just playing against air, and because. By your standard, how are they going to score any points? Because the other team, we got to give the other team credit.
No, you give the other team credit, yeah. But the Bucks, I think the Bucks are actually going to win game 3. I think that they're going to shoot better at home in game 3. I don't think they're going to win the series. I have them. Well, our predictions were we both have the Suns winning in 6. But look, the Bucks will shoot better at home. They played much better defense tonight, and they were making it tough when Phoenix were trying to drive in there. It's just that Phoenix, man, they have guards that both can play off the pick and roll. They both can shoot the mid range. Can I finish?
Yes,
they have the mid range game. I mean, we can say what we want, man, but you come off a screen and when you can pull up and shoot the J, a lot of players in the league don't play that way anymore. And to have that in your bag, and that is their best play. Like the Chris Paul's best shot is the mid range. Booker's best shot is the mid range. They can shoot it going left or right from the mid range. It's putting the Bucks in a bad position defensively. I still go back all the way back to this. They're going to have to get Lopez out of there. They're going to have to. And then even if they do pick up the mid-range player, either whether it's Booker or Paul, they can kick it to the corner. And they have role players that can shoot from the corner. They had 7 3-pointers in the corner in the first half.
Okay. Teacher, call on them.
Carry on, Zach.
You said they played. You said they played better defense tonight, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If I give you a $10 bill, how much money do you have?
Depending on what else I have in my pocket. Or are you referring to what you gave me or what I have?
What I gave you. That will be all that you have.
Okay, I have the $10 in. Yeah.
Okay.
You gave me a $10 bill, right?
If I give you 10 $1, if I give you 10 $1 bills, how much money do you have?
$10.
Not including the 10 I just gave you. This is just 2 separate. Okay.
Yeah.
The Suns scored 118 points tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
How many points do you think they scored on Tuesday night?
Somewhere in that same range. Without going to look it up, probably what.
So
they still play good defense.
They scored 118 both nights. So you said they played better defense tonight.
They did because they deterred a lot more shots tonight. There was a lot of times where Chris Paul had to he made errant passes. There was times where he had took tough shots tonight. There were a lot of those things going on. There was a lot of which we call where you don't block the shot, but you alter it. There was a lot of that going on tonight. Yes, you could go to that score.
But they still got 118 points.
Yeah, but they still could play better. You can still play better defense.
Well, I'm just a simple country boy. I mean, I see 118.
Exactly,
like
and that's no problem.
You give me 10-1.
Yeah,
it's the same to me.
Right, that's cool. But I'm going within the game.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if it's the same result, it's hard to say that it's better. I know what you mean, Mr. 411.
Because the games have different ebbs and flow too. Like
it had more to do with the lack of offense both times.
Well, I can tell you now, the Bucks give up 118 points on Sunday, then they probably don't even need to worry about showing up on Wednesday because they better keep that down, or if they gonna give up 118, they better score 130 something. So good luck with that.
Yeah, we'll see. Game 3, right? so am I the only one tonight? Am I the only one tonight? Am I the only one tonight that have the Bucks winning Game 3?
I do not.
No.
Okay.
Look. I'm gonna say this. Look, did Giannis sign a contract valued at $240 million total?
Sure did.
And do Middleton and Drew Holiday? Yes, Lacy. That's what I was gonna say. That young man signed a contract guaranteed. Like he can show up to work for the rest of this. I think these next 4 or 5 years and score 8 points a game. He gets his money. Drew Holiday and Middleton, they make $30 million a year. So I'm gonna say, Zachariah expects them to win Game 3. Let me tell you, I expect them to win the next 4 games, but I damn sure expect them to win Game 3 because you get swept. As I said, if I was the owner, I can see why they don't have more brothers as owners in the NBA because it would be. I'm telling you right now, I'd have been down there on the sideline, like they say Cuban is sometimes.
Yeah,
and Budenholzer would have tell me you need to get off the sideline, and then I'd have had my hands around his damn throat, and I'd be like, "You're the coach now." Like that wouldn't even been a was base.
Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom of the screen, sir.
Yes, I don't know Miss Brooke Wilson, but thank you, Miss Brooke Wilson. I appreciate it. Sorry that I'm doing this violence, but I'm telling you, look, hey, that might be why Michael Jordan's team is so bad because I know Michael Jordan wouldn't play that. Like, hey, he'll go punch somebody in the face, and I am look, I'd have been down there, Drew Holiday, and I would have been getting into it. I'd be like, miss another shot, don't miss another. Same thing with Miller. Like we'd have been, they'd be talking about after the game. The owner of the Bucks was in there fighting players and coaches. Security had to drag him out of there. But I know this. I said, cash another paycheck and don't play well and see what happens. I might burn your damn house down. Like, we ain't playing this. I wouldn't be playing.
You gotta have that kind of passion about it.
And look, and then I'm like, Middleton.
I agree.
And Middleton, pass the ball to Connaughton again with the game at 6 points left, so he can take a damn three. Do it, and he getting a slice of your paycheck. You better not ever pass to him again. I don't care if he sitting in the stands by himself. He can be whatever. Don't pass him the damn ball.
I kind of agree with you there. I
know
mean,
everybody keep thinking I'm angry, but I am telling you. Oh my God,
he's passionate. Zach is passionate for these Bucks because did you have the Bucks going to the final? Win this whole thing this year?
At some point,
or was it playing the Lakers? Yeah, against the Lakers. Yeah, so they made it to the finals. You got them right where you thought they would be.
George Steinbrenner. Hey, he wrote George Steinbrenner. But look. Hey,
may he rest in peace. Hey, I'm a Yankee fan.
And Mr. 411. Mr. 411, you can feel this. Yes, look, I done known people. When they get your paycheck, $4 or $5 off, folks be mad at work. That they missing $4 or $5 when they pay.
Mr. 411's that guy.
If I'm paying these dudes, if I'm paying dudes this much money. If I'm paying dudes this, look, I'm gonna go on to tell y'all about Mr. 411 too. While he up here trying to be funny. The club will have free parking. Like, you can get in free until 11 o'clock. He's like, hey, we're gonna show up at 10:55, so we can make sure we get the free parking and don't have to pay the cover charge again. Now, mind you, it's only $5 a park and $2 to get in, but he want to get there 5 minutes before it start. So we ain't got he's like, that's one more drink, maybe two. We can't be spending the money on that.
Oh, wait a minute, Zach. I can do you one better. And Mr. 411, you know what I'm gonna say.
I don't really. I'm holding on to my seatbelt. What is
we had a team lunch. We worked together.
Okay, I remember this now.
Across the street. What was it? It wasn't Texas Roadhouse, but it was one of those kind. It was Logan's. We got there. Everybody's ordering what they want. Mr. 411 gets there late, as always, and he sits down and he asks for a glass of water. And then they give you free. Was it free bread? I think they gave us
bread,
and they give you the peanuts. Mr. 411 sat down and ate all the bread, all the peanuts, and his glass of water. And like at the end of the night, he actually had the nerve to take home a doggy bag of the bread, and like this whole meal cost him like whatever it costs to sit down. I think he ended up leaving like $2. We were like, wait a minute, you didn't buy anything, and you took home a doggy bag. Come on, man.
Hey, man.
We were like, come on, this is a new low, even for you, 411. I was like, damn, I'm embarrassed.
That was cutting corners. That was being economical.
That was being cheap.
Here's one, Miss Lacey.
What's that?
Because I know a guy, and if you've ever gone out with a man before, generally in the South, they raise you a certain way. That if you're gonna take a woman out, you go pick her up, you open the door, maybe you bring flowers. If you're going to dinner or movie, you paying for dinner, you paying for the movie. And it's just kind of all of the gentlemanly thing to do. And I know this guy hung out with this female. I can only assume they had a good time together, whatever. And he took her home the next day, takes her to go get something to eat from Popeyes, and he gets her like a 2-piece or whatever. And she's like, hey, can I get a soda? And he's like, hell no, you need to get some water. She couldn't even have a soda.
Look at Calvin down the bottom corner.
Is that how that goes when you swipe left and right? To be fair, I will tell you this, Zachariah. I'm from New York, and like guys in New York are like, I'm not like, not everyone, but like, they don't know how to do anything. My sister, they were in New York, and her husband was a basketball player. And Mr. like big man on campus at UMass, but they got a house and he didn't even know how to cut the grass. And I'm like, my husband, I'm from New York. My husband is from Texas, honey. He knows how to take care of a woman, and I am very thankful that we found each other when we did, because like I couldn't have married a New York man. It's like, come on, man. Like that, I mean, it's a whole different lifestyle, and I understand that it's different. You know, like people are supposed to be respectful and stuff, but up there, I'm like, they don't know how to do shit. You know, so I'm like, so
and I
you
say
tell
all that
that
to
story,
say,
and I love it.
And I say all that just to say that, as I said, he's up here supporting Middleton and Drew Holiday. But if we was playing fantasy basketball, he would be trying to trade them today. Like right now, he'd be trying to trade.
Yes.
Like, oh no,
well, I'm a raise you one on
pump
that.
him up so you would like fall for that shit stuff.
Here we go.
I'm a raise you one on that. I wouldn't draft either one of them.
Okay.
The only buck I would draft is Giannis. But now we know that
Look, I'm gonna give him Game 3 victory.
Yeah. Okay. I will too though. I think they're gonna bounce back and get Game 3. Now I don't think they're gonna get the series.
They better. Look, they better. Look, I don't even.
Corey, what do you think, Corey?
Hey,
who's winning Game 3?
Want to see me?
Brooke, who's winning Game 3, Brooke?
After the game on Sunday, if they don't do it, and you know what? That is true too. And y'all look, y'all don't want to see the things I'm gonna say about them dudes if they don't go out there and get a victory. Like they need to play well, but they need to play well and get a victory. If they play bad and they win, I'll give them an alibi. But if they play well and lose, I'm going in.
The kind of better that they need to play, I don't think they have it in their arsenal. You know, because it's like, okay, like Mr. 411 said, like maybe their defense was a little bit better, but they still couldn't hold them. And their offense needs to be better. And I just don't see it being that good. Like Phoenix is like, they're playing some defense too. I think the moment is too big for the Bucks. I really do. I just think they cannot rise to it. Like if the home crowd does it, I'll be happy for them. Trust me, I would like to see them win, but I just think it's too much.
There's something else you mentioned in there too, when you were saying that it looks like the Bucks are kind of playing. I forget what the words you said, but it's kind of like they just kind of going off the cuff. I think that's what you said. And that's their offense does look like that.
They have a real plan. No.
It looks more like ISO or you take it, you know, instead of more free flowing. And that's where Phoenix gets you. They play with more free flow type of offense, but they know what they're doing. Like they know what they want to run. They run it and then they play off of it. And if you play in one way, they got another way out. They play it. And if you go watch the Bucks, when they come down the floor, there's not really a lot of motion going, a lot of movement, a lot of ball man movement.
There never seems to be any plan. Them.
So that's a definite difference.
Mr. 411. I just want to say, when the Lakers was smashing the Suns' ass in Game 3 of the first round, was anybody saying that the Suns' offense is free flowing and is this and they can do this? As Devin Booker was all mad and butthurt because they were putting that thing to him. That
was Game 3. That was Game 3.
Like the Suns are playing. The Suns are playing okay. They playing, but they not world beaters. They got
no one said they are.
Chris Paul is great, but Chris Paul is 36. Devin Booker is nice, but Devin Booker ain't ever made an All NBA team. Like we need to stop this with all of this. The Bucks need to play better. They playing against the 86 Celtics. They not playing against the 80 Lakers. They not playing like against the 71-72 Knicks. They not playing an all-time great team. They playing like the 04 Pistons. And I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like the Suns are just world beaters. They a team. They may win a championship, and they going to have that in front of their name, but they can be taken care of. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the back of the class.
And yes, sir. Thank you. That's where we had a lot of fun in the back of the class. Remember in French we used to play. We used to play spades. We used to play spades in French class. Remember those days?
I don't remember.
But
you don't remember?
Yeah.
We all have those kind of memories.
Playing spades, in class, getting in trouble. But no, they're not world beaters. But neither team is world beaters. I mean, this is one of those games where both of these teams are on a similar plane, and right now Phoenix is executing way more, and the Bucks got to get it going on that offense. They got to come up with maybe it's too late. Maybe it's going back to what you said about Coach Bud and that your thoughts about him, but they definitely need a change in their offensive philosophy. They definitely need that. Without that, they're going to be stagnant and they're going to be trying to play a lot of catch up, and that's what happened in this game. They start out a little pretty good, but then by that second period, they playing catch up the rest of the night, and that's not a good formula for the Bucks.
And what's the reason for that? Like, what happens that makes it like they start up and then they lose down?
They do dumb stuff. Like, that's really what it is.
Yeah, that's
you got the biggest dude on the court. You got the biggest dude on the court. And you tell him go stand at the 3-point line. Like, stick him in the paint occasionally. Drop the ball to him, and I would say this too. If you can't score with the Suns, if Holiday and what's his name, Milton, are gonna have their version of sports erectile dysfunction, then slow it down. Like, walk the ball up court, run the clock down to like 2 seconds, and just let Giannis do whatever he's gonna do. And then maybe you get the game to a what was it when the Suns played the Clippers? They had that 84-80 game. Get the game to something like that. So that way, if Giannis gives you a 40-point game, then you can live with what's giving you like 5 to 8 points or whatever. But if the Suns are gonna score 120 points, you're not gonna be able to get away with that. You gotta do they gotta. Hey, as I said, if I'm the owner, I'm coming down out of the box. We done. Y'all had the first 2 games. We ain't playing this no more.
Right. But still, the lack of the point, like somebody to run the game for you. Can you imagine if Russell Westbrook played for that team? You know, I'm just saying, it's or like you said, Chris Paul.
I'd rather have him than controlling the floor.
Huh?
I'd rather have him than Holiday. Like, I would take that right now. So I'm with you. Like, really, I would take anybody over Holiday and just because
I love
sometimes it just looks better. With
how about this?
Else. Like, at least if I see somebody else out there failing, I'll feel better about it.
Yeah. Well, you have to have somebody running the offense, and that's not happening for Milwaukee.
How about this? How about Ben Simmons? How about Ben Simmons in Milwaukee?
Well, he kind of punked out.
I can't have Ben Simmons and Giannis playing together. Like, as much as I like Ben Simmons, I can't have both of them shooting 50% from free throw line.
That's a good point. But I was watching one of the games that they were in. It's like at the last second, like you were talking about, dude throwing the ball at Connaughton. And Ben Simmons passed the ball. It's like, what are you doing? Russell Westbrook would never have done that. It's like, come on, this is money.
Russell. Well, we don't have to worry about Russell and shooting.
Passing the ball.
We don't have to worry about that.
I like it.
Yeah,
he's good.
I like Russell. I like Russell.
At least I know he. At least I know he's gonna play with some effort and some heart and some energy. And he's going to the guy crossing him. He's gonna try and give, because I'll go with this with Drew Holiday. Okay, Drew, you ain't gonna give me a good game offensively. Can you stop somebody? Like, can you do something for me? But you don't give me nothing. Like I ain't trying. Look, and I'm not the one drink. But damn, if I'm gonna be with a woman, you don't clean, you don't cook, you ain't good in bed. I can't leave the kids with you. You ain't got no job, and then I can't even have intelligent conversation with you. Like, damn, give me something. Like, give me a little something. And Drew Holiday right now ain't really giving you much of anything. Like, I need something. Look, you can be fat, but can you be cute? You can be ugly, but can you be like? We gotta have something. We can't have what is that? Not Chris Rock, but Chris Tucker said, y'all ain't ever got nothing to match. Kool-Aid, no sugar, peanut butter, no jelly. Like we got it can't be everything.
There it is,
Like,
Corey.
look,
They need a point guard that can run the
You can run
offense and
offense
can
and
spot up
spot
and
up.
shoot.
That is 100% right. That is bullseye.
And you know what? That is a great observation by Cal, but we
Corey?
gave a guy $30 million after we traded for him. So after we traded for him and gave him
know
$30 million, it's a little late.
It may be, but it's like it's not too late to like try to do something better. If what you got ain't working, I don't give a shit how much you. I don't care how much you pay. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
No.
You know,
we good.
You gotta,
I've been wanting to say stuff like that all night.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
No.
Cheers.
No apologies needed.
I need to get me one too.
Because the Bucks need somebody. Because the Bucks need somebody to start poking them in their chest and see if they got a heart ticking. Because right now they like the 10-man. Ain't nothing in there.
Come on, Bucks. Zach wants you in there.
Them.
Zach wants you winning, Bucks. Let's go, Bucks.
Look, but they don't play like a team.
Look,
so
I just want you.
They got to figure that out.
You know, I just want you to earn your paycheck. Because Aiden had a bad game tonight, but he gave me 10 and 10. He played, I don't know, kind of like a guy that either was tired or he, maybe he had jitters or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he hung out last night. He's fitted himself for the ring and he thinks it's over.
You're right.
But you don't see me getting on him. And then if you want to go with Chris Paul, didn't have a great game tonight. Chris Paul had at least 6 turnovers, might have had 7. So he didn't play great tonight, but he won. Like, I can give you an exception when you won, when you win, and he's at least out there trying to make things happen, and he gave me a great game 1. Booker did play very well, but then we got dudes, Bridges played decent. What's his name? Campaign. Like, we got dudes like that, and I'm saying for the Bucks, I'm looking at the dudes that make the money. So it's not that I'm trying to get with it, but they've been half-assing it since the Nets series. And I'm about tired of that. Like, this is what's frustrating about basketball. In football, you don't get an opportunity to go out there. Like, you have a bad quarter in football, and that can cost you the game. And yet these guys, and they may still win the championship. Like, if they won 4 straight, I wouldn't be shocked. It's like, I wouldn't be shocked. The way they play, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, they could win 4 straight, but it's a shame that a team like this, if the Bucks do end up win the championship, because I said they just have that. I want somebody like be great. I'm sorry, play up to your abilities, or at least what they say. Because Mr. 411 told me Middleton and Drew Holiday are all-stars. That's what you told me. They all-stars.
Okay.
I said they made all-star
built them up
team.
for me.
I said they made all-star teams. Don't twist it. Don't twist the words.
Oh, they the old chick at the club is what you're saying.
Don't twist the words. I said they made all-star teams.
That's what I said. They
have they ever played an all-star game?
Club, then.
I didn't say that. That's what you're saying. Just say what you're saying.
I just enjoy you guys.
Now, now
I'm saying
now. Let's break it up a little bit and give a couple of stats here and there.
Sure.
We have Mikal Bridges, who had 27 points, 1 assist, 7 rebounds tonight. Chris Paul, 23 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds.
How many points did Bridges have?
27.
What?
Wow.
Bridges had 27
shocker.
tonight? Because I knew he was scoring. I didn't realize he had that damn.
Yeah, that was the shocker.
Does Bridges make $30 million a year?
Probably not. But he doesn't do this every night.
Does he make 30 mil?
Maybe he should, I don't know.
But he scored 27 tonight though. That's huge.
Okay.
Yeah. And like you said, Ayton had 10 points, 11 boards tonight.
I wonder who I need to go back and see who was guarding him now. I know it was a little bit of everybody, but 27 points for Bridges.
I'm just throwing a couple stats out here for the listeners. Give them a couple stats here and there.
Thank you.
Giannis had 42 points, 12 boards tonight. Let's see. Lopez 8 points and 9 boards. Middleton,
great job,
11,
Lopez.
Do you see what
points.
Coy said? He said they need a point who can run the offense and can spot up shoot.
That's a great point by Coy.
Yeah.
Middleton, 11 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Drew Holiday, 11. Drew Holiday, 17
$20 million, 11 points. There you go.
Yep. 17
Money well
points.
Spent? I don't think so. Yeah.
7 assists, and 5 rebounds. So those are some of the stats for tonight.
What was the last one you said? I'm sorry, I was talking.
Holiday, 17 points, 7 assists, and 5
he didn't
rebounds.
Say anything important.
17.
He didn't say anything that was relevant.
Those are not bad numbers, but it's like these are the finals. This everything rests on this. It's like you should come out of there and be exhausted, and be like,
but that's why you can't go by the numbers. Like that's why you got to actually watch the game, and when you go watch the game and you see what those individuals did to get those points, then that's when you see who is Gwen Stefani.
Huh?
I don't know.
What?
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani. She just married Blake Shelton. I do know that.
Do we need to block her?
Nah, but it's like one of those things. It's like, okay, if you look at what they did, and then if you look at what they didn't do, it's a tale of two. A tale of two timelines, a tale of two games. Really, it's like, okay, you got to play both sides of the ball, and that doesn't seem to be happening. Like when you said, okay, well, the defense was better. Statistically, what ZACK proved, okay, it wasn't really better. Maybe it wasn't as bad as last time, but you had the same result. So,
definitely.
That speaks for itself.
Yeah. And now,
look at you make somebody mad or something.
So let's carry on with some of the team stats. Here's some of the team stats.
Gwen Stefani.
We just have to. You know how in the football game when a fan run out on the field, you know they move, and years later they just stop putting the camera on that fan. So we just the sports brothers and sisters keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. But some of the team stats while we're kind of in our commercial break.
I guess we got a follower.
Yeah.
So, hey, you said you wanted followers. You didn't say what kind.
But look, check this out, guys.
Welcome.
How about
we don't mind getting paid?
If I were to tell you that one team had 42 field goals and the other had 43, what would you say?
I would say that that's too close to call. So what's your point?
Well, the Bucks had 42 field goals tonight, and the Suns had 43.
Analytics, the Suns
what is your point?
Threes.
Yeah, that's the next one we're going with. The difference is the Suns made 23 pointers tonight. The Bucks made 9. The Bucks actually made more free throws tonight, 15-12. They had more total rebounds, 46-43. They were on. The Suns had 26 assists as a team. The Bucks had 21. The Bucks had 7 blocks compared to the Suns' 2 blocks. Steals was 8 Bucks, 7 for the Suns. Turnovers was 9 by the Bucks, 12 by the Suns. Points in the paint. This is where we go back to what you were saying earlier, Zach, about Lopez. Give him the ball in the paint. The Bucks had 54 points in the paint. Now we know a lot of that is from Giannis as well, but 54 paint points to 28 by the Suns. There it is, right there. That's another key right there that we need to look at for game 3. But guys, carry on while I get me.
And what's going to make that different?
While I get me some water.
Okay. What I don't understand is what makes you think anything is going to be different in game 3?
Well, typically role players play better at home. So you gotta hope role players play better at home. And Middleton and Drew Holiday have kind of sort of played like role players. But more importantly, if the Bucks lose game 3, it's over. No team in NBA history has come back from down 3-0. So whatever urgency they have, it should be there for game 3. Because for all of those players, this is their most important game probably in their NBA careers. And that's really it. They lose game 3. Yeah, they might come back and win game 4. They might even come back and win Game 5. They could even say come back and tie it up 3-3, but they're not beating the Suns 4 straight times. So
No.
I'm not going to tell you that they will win. I'm just telling you that they have to win, and then we'll kind of see from there. If they don't, like, this is a test of their character. And as Mr. 411 tried to say, that give the other team credit. Well, come on Sunday, they got to force those shots to get into the hole. Like, however you got to get in the hole, you just got to get it in there.
Mr. 411
we won't say anything more about that, but you get it in there how you can.
He's drinking Dr. Pepper in a scotch glass. That's all right, Mr. 411.
And my peanuts. And my peanuts and bread. Hey man,
I ain't mad at you, and I tell you, I just honestly, I don't feel like Milwaukee, like I feel like they got very lucky with the Nets without Kyrie. You know, you have to kind of look at that because it makes a difference. There's an impact when you lose a player like that. Chris Paul is not going away. Devin Booker is not going away, and like I don't feel like Milwaukee has any answer for Phoenix, for that part of Phoenix. Like they have the structure, they have the discipline, they have the floor captain, and Milwaukee doesn't have any of those things, in my opinion. And so it's like, okay,
I'm not going to argue.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that says the Bucks can't win, like how you saying they can't win,
I don't think so.
I can't really sit here and tell you definitively that they will win for like any basketball reason. Because as I said, there's no reason for me to expect Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton to play better outside of the fact that they get to sleep in their own bed at night. Outside of that, I can't give you any basketball analysis that says, and you're right. If KD's foot is half a size smaller, the Bucks aren't here. They
it was over
the second round.
And that was ball game.
And it was like size 18 or something.
And it just is what it is.
Yeah, 18.
Yes.
It's like that's like okay. Bob Lanier numbers. You know. Did you know that Kevin Durant's like 6'11"? Lacey? Okay, yeah. I mean, remember I was an OKC Thunder fan back in the day. You know.
He's taller he's taller than DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay. But he's Kevin Durant. He's a different brand. He's a whole different type of player. And so I've always respected like his game. He's so skinny. It looks like you could just break him in half if you needed to. But he's scrappy and he is damn good. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, I like Kevin Durant.
He earns his paycheck.
Huh? What's that?
I said he earns his paycheck.
Yes, he does. And I feel like Brooklyn would have been a different team that Bucks would not have beaten had Kyrie not gotten hurt like he did.
No, absolutely not. They were getting the business.
And I feel like Chris Paul,
and if Harden hadn't got hurt.
Oh yeah. Well, I obviously, yeah.
If they had Durant in either one.
To me, that tells me that point guards are your kryptonite. And now you're going up against Chris Paul. So I'm like, I don't see how they get around that. Honestly,
keep drinking, Lacey, because you're dropping knowledge. Keep drinking. Okay. Whatever you put, whatever you are.
I want to try not to drop any F-bombs, but
whatever you drinking is working because you're just hitting the nail on the head.
Well,
I'm feeling good.
Well, the angry man is about to call it a night, y'all. Y'all helped me get my frustration out, so I appreciate it. And Cal, I guess reel me in so I can take me a little break and get ready to watch Black Widow at 1 a.m.
I tell you, it's always a pleasure. And thank you, Coy, for like participating and hanging out with us. And let's do this again soon because I always have a good time with you guys.
He said the wife is right next to him. I think he's on the couch. Look, I think he pulled my number where I said, hey, you better tell me the rules. Don't tell me. I can come in whenever. Then when I roll in 5, 6 in the morning, I think he rolled in at 5, 6 in the morning. Only he's supposed to be back by 12:30, and now he's on the couch. I've had those moments before.
Hey, and Brooke Wilson.
I'm sure you all have, because as a wife, and I've been a wife for a long time. Oh my God, it's like y'all just do
not
stuff.
Mr. 411,
and you deserve it.
Not Mr. 411.
And we also need to thank Brooke
I'm not
Wilson
gonna
too.
buy that with him.
We need to also thank Brooke Wilson for being on too.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you,
All
Brooke
right.
Wilson.
Hello, Brooke. We appreciate it.
Yes,
I
please
don't know
come
who you
back.
are, Brooke Wilson, but we are very thankful to have you.
Yes, absolutely. And if you come back, we
I
will
don't know if
shout
you're
you
sleeping
out.
on the couch, Brooke, but yeah, they don't know if she's on the couch. Maybe she was at the club too late too.
Maybe Zach wants you to sleep on his couch. I don't know. You know, it's not up to me.
I got a futon.
Futon. Yep.
Futon is great.
Not even.
Hey, futon is awesome.
Hey,
don't play.
That's a futon over there.
Hey,
Yeah,
my son had
tried.
no.
When Mr.
I
Lacy
know all
like acts
about him.
up, this is where he sleeps with the dog.
Wow.
Nah,
Well,
it's
look,
all good. It's all
yeah.
good.
Well, good. It's good. Great chatting it up. And game three.
It's Sunday, right?
Game 3. Yeah, it's an 8:00 start.
Is it Sunday? Okay. Are we going to try to do like an after the game, or like Zach? Are you going to be available for that?
Hey, I'll be happy to do some more
Do
venting.
you?
About,
And then if the Bucks lose game 3,
oh my!
If you don't tune in at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard
I really
Time,
hope they win. I really hope
to
they
hear
win.
what Zach,
to
hear what Zach's gonna say.
Now they done put all the pressure. Because even if Middleton can go out there and score 60 points, but if they lose, I'm still talking about because he should have played better tonight.
Exactly.
Should have broke that. Should have broke them points up.
Yeah, let's give these millionaires the business.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Exactly. Yes.
They deserve it.
They make all that money. It's okay if we talk about them. They can handle it. Because if they can't handle it, tell me. Look, I'll switch places. Because I'll be happy to cash $30 million checks yearly. And you can say whatever you want to say about me. I can care less.
Yeah. I feel like that's a winner. That's our brand right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Cal got home early.
It's Coy. You calling Coy?
It's core to you.
What up?
What up, Coy? It's core to you. Cal and I were high school teammates on the football team. So
okay. So you have like
he's Cal to me.
But see, Cal,
we all like when he was telling you earlier, we grew up with him.
Yeah, but Cal,
like everybody from that place in Georgia.
He is, but with Cal to Zach, Coy is to me because Coy grew up across the street from TJ, aka Mr. 411. So
like from your house?
Oh my God, you used
seriously?
In our neighborhood, Coy.
Yes.
And Zach
used to play
when we expand to Zach's neighborhood.
Yeah,
there you get the Cal. So that's why you hear Coy and you hear Cal.
I mean, like that is so cool. Honestly, I think that is really awesome. Like I grew up in the Bronx, and I have no idea where anybody I grew up with.
He said, but
I have no idea where any of those people are.
Hey, he said, Carl, look, I agree. Hey, I would never.
But you can't call that man broke. That man is loaded.
He may not be cashing.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, he may not be cashing them Drew Holiday checks, but I'm sure his checks are pretty damn good. Like, man, he's doing okay.
Okay,
he's doing all right for himself.
So y'all all like Georgia boys?
Yes, man. Kind of thing? Columbus, Georgia, C-Town.
No, I like it. Like I said, I'm a Yankee, and like the whole Southern man thing. I get it.
Only. Well, I would say Cal only has one problem. He's an Alabama fan, so he's a traitor to the state. But we can understand why he may be a traitor to the state.
Well, Georgia's easier to stomach than Alabama and Mississippi. But because like as a Yankee, I'm like, there's certain states like I can't even go to Alabama. I can't find a city in Alabama that is palatable. It's like okay, it's like Alabama's like one of those states. Like if you're from up north, you hear nothing good about Alabama or Mississippi. Now Georgia at least has Atlanta, and like Louisiana has New Orleans, and Texas of course has everything. But I'm just saying, like Alabama and Mississippi, those are hard sells. That's a hard no.
You
hard
were
no.
definitely a
definitely a northerner,
Yankee, i.e. a
yes.
northerner.
I'm a Yankee.
You don't understand
I have
how
no
the South
problem.
works.
I'm from the Bronx. I'm a Yankees fan from day one, from birth. Technically, I was born in Manhattan, but I'm from the Bronx.
All right. Well, look, we know,
like we can have fun
All right,
with this
Mr.
stuff
411.
next time. Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
Like when's the next podcast? I'm like, now I'm excited. Are we gonna do Sunday?
Tell her when to find us
I
at.
will
Tell her
say
when to
this,
find
Miss Lacey. I gotta support Miss Lacey on this. If they offered me a job in the state of Mississippi, I'm not sure there's any amount of money that would make me accept a job in the state of Mississippi. So I can't understand how some people have their fears of certain places in the South if you didn't grow up in the South.
I can tell you this.
Alabama is cool though.
Zachariah. I'm from a military family as well. I was in the military and I met my husband while I was in the military, and we were stationed in Oklahoma for forever. Oh. And he got orders. He got orders to Keesler. This is Air Force, but he got orders to Keesler. And believe it or not, at the time, I was a letter carrier for almost 7 years in Oklahoma City. And he told me, he's like, yeah, I got orders to Keesler. I was like, yeah, you're going by yourself. I can't go to Mississippi, and I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like, because Oklahoma's bad enough, but like Mississippi, I'm a freaking Yankee. I can't go there and like shut my mouth long enough to like get along with these people, and honestly, when I went to visit him, I drove across that Chafalaya. Have you ever been across that Chafalaya swamp bridge? I'm like, that is like some shit. I was driving to visit him.
I don't know what it is, but it's funny where you said.
You never want to go to Chafalaya swamp like
Showtime, or was it Stars? What's the show on Stars? The stripper show or whatever, and they talk about Chucalissa County or something.
Oh,
freaking what's his face?
I forget the name of the show that fast.
P Valley.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
P Valley. Yes. Ain't it Chucalissa, Mississippi?
Chucalissa.
Like, yeah, I'm good. When I gotta say names like that, I ain't trying to live there. Chucalissa.
No, but I'll tell you this: it's like when he went to Biloxi, he went to Keesler, and he took my car because at the time I had and I understand I had like a couple of kids at the time, and so I'm supposed to be like the family woman. But my car was a Datsun 280 ZX, and he took my car to Mississippi, and I was like really pissed. Because now I got this kind of sedan thing. And he took my car to this. They stole my car and did a joyride in it and just kind of left it there. I was like, you know what? These mother I'm from New York. It's like, okay, the least you could do is strip that shit down so I can get a new car. No. You take it and drive it till it runs out of gas. I'm like, what kind of fucking I didn't say that.
Carry on. What
kind of people, what kind of criminals can't get this shit right? This stuff right. Oh my God. I am so sorry.
Carry on. We're live.
We're live. This is like, isn't it Cinemax After Dark? This is like Cinemax After Dark.
Cinemax After Dark.
Stuff on here.
You know what? After the
game.
This is
Sports Brothers After Dark.
And sister.
Aperitif.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever you have to call it. Because I am honestly, I'm a military person, and like bad words come to me. Like I talk like the guy. Like, come on, Zach. I worked on the flight line. I worked on F4s back in the day, and it's like if you work on a flight line and you're a woman, there were only two of us. You have to hold your own, or they will freaking destroy you.
It's okay.
Yes. You have to be able to talk just as much crap as they can.
You will never get in trouble with 4-letter words with me. I have been in different type of environments where 4-letter words are an effective way to communicate.
Oh, yeah.
I know Mr. Jones, Mr. 411 for that.
People who can't handle bad words, it's like, freaking get a damn clue. Do something, difficult. And then maybe you would cut.
Mr.
I have
401.
no respect for those people.
Hey, Mr. 401, I would say we got to get Lacey on the juice because she is very animated on the juice.
I mean,
Oh my
I'm just
goodness.
telling the truth. I'm telling the truth.
We need a sponsor.
You got to go through some things.
Yeah,
That's right.
If you can't cuss, you ain't been through shit. That's my opinion. It's like if that's in your DNA, like, oh, I don't cuss. Okay, well, then you never had cancer or some dumb shit. Nobody like jacked your shit over nothing. You never like parked your car and I come back and it's not there. Come on now. If you go through some stuff, it's like cussing is like in my opinion, a release valve, and it helps you get through the trauma.
And the Bucks are going to do a lot of. They should be doing a lot of that tonight. Then
the Bucks.
You're like Jordan on the you're like Jordan on the documentary last year. Got happy juice.
I want some happy juice.
Yeah.
I can't wait till weed is like legal in Florida. It's like medicinal purposes. I'm like, I just need. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. We still talking?
No. Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a lot of people that don't like that.
Yeah, but we're getting close to wrapping up. We're getting close to wrapping up for the night.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna take a little power nap and get ready for Black Widow.
Okay.
Black Widow.
That you have absolutely earned a nap. Good night.
Well, thank you.
Oh.
Good night.
Since Mr. 411 had me at 4:30 this morning.
Oh, Corey's still here.
Yeah, Corey has some things to say.
The cup has gotten low.
The cup has gotten low. Lacey is.
We have a remedy.
Wait a minute.
We can fix that.
It's not low anymore.
No. And we have more. The nice part is the winery that I like is like right here in town. So there we go.
Lacey is on one.
I am having a good time.
Who is Red Godzilla 6? Up getting a snack. Giannis' tired sons will sweep. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Whoever said that, I am with them.
Yeah. And Giannis is really.
As I said, the owner, he has the right to go slap people upside the head.
He does, but I feel like either they're going to sweep or it'll maybe 5 games. I don't think it's going to go 6 because I don't think that the Bucks have enough they don't have enough in the tank.
Well,
absolutely not.
Reggie.
Hello,
Reggie.
Who
is now
TJ, is that Reggie from
fan? Yes.
Reggie from
before
the facility? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi,
Reggie. Yes. You probably ran across Reggie a few times.
I did. We talked.
Yeah. Reggie's a good dude. Reggie, welcome, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Hey, Reggie. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Like, make sure you come back on Sundays. So we'll talk about when the sweep is in progress because I hear you. Giannis has to be tired. He's been carrying this team. And it's
on a
not
bad
right.
wheel. On a bad wheel, too. Top of that.
And I'm gonna say once again, why can't I be rich like that? Then I see Rich. He's got $240 million. I don't hear he tired. Giannis. I'm not trying to hear that when they get.
But he's Giannis. He is tired. However, I feel like Zach. I feel like you have a role that you could play in some of these situations. It's like, you know what? You don't have to be like the best paid person on the staff. It's like, hey, I could be the guy that brings the towels. Like, hello, he's making more than most of us. You know what I mean? I'm considering like being the guy that brings the towels. It's like, oh hey, I mean, you don't have to pay me that much.
I want to get the position where I can make a lot of money and I'm not accountable for anything because that's what I keep hearing. Like, I want to have every excuse in the world.
Guy.
Oh my god,
be the towel guy.
Like, oh god, I didn't sleep well last night. To be the towel guy.
But I am not willing to move to Milwaukee. Not.
Amen to that one. We're gonna say we don't want to do that either, unless it's for the right amount.
Even so,
all right,
no. Milwaukee's a deal breaker. Nope. I came from a cold place. See, you ain't never been to a cold place. You never lived in a cold place. But I tell you what.
Well, I haven't. I think Zach
Ohio
has.
and
I
Michigan. Haven't. Yes, I did.
Where?
And it was Ohio and Michigan.
Oh,
that's cold enough for me.
When I went in the military.
Yes, it was cold enough for me.
When I went in the Air Force, I went in the Air Force in January, and then I was like stationed at Lackland, which was fine. And then I got stationed at Chanute. Have you ever heard of Chanute Air Force Base? It's in freaking Rantoul, Illinois. And they were like, the first day I was there was like February 20th or something. And they were like, well, there's going to be days when like we can't march because it's going to be like way below zero. I was like, holy shit. And I'm from New York. But this was a whole different kind of cold. It was like ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, thank you.
All right.
No.
Well. All right, let's get back together.
Yeah,
let's get back together for the post game Sunday night. So we'll be on at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then our flagship shows are on Tuesday and Thursdays at 7 a.m. That's where you'll see Zach and Mr. 411. But Sunday night you'll see the Sportz Brothers and Sister 10:30 p.m.
I can't wait. I love this.
Yes. Oh, what Reggie has to say before we get out of here.
And hopefully, like Red Godzilla and like Koi, and there was a lady. What was her name?
That was.
Let's go back.
Brooke. I think her name was. Brooke.
Yeah, it was Brooke. It was Brooke.
Like, show up, baby. Come on, y'all come show up with us because we're gonna show out. Because I think that Sunday is going to be a very big disappointment for Milwaukee fans. I hope not, honestly, but I think it's going to be a big disappointment. I don't think they can withstand it.
Reggie has something else to say. Reggie has something else to say too. Let's see what Reggie had here.
Okay. Coldest place I've been was Iraq Desert. Cold is different.
Man, what? Explain that. I've never been to the desert. Like, explain that to me.
I mean, you're asking Red Gods. Have you been to the desert, Zach?
I have.
Because
Reggie said yes, desert cold is something different. So.
Uh-oh. Like, what are you doing, Zach? Why are we only seeing your face? What are you doing with the rest of you? Okay.
Picking my toenails.
Okay.
Those are
I need to
PMI.
Well, it's one of those things. It's like I know that
my toenails.
I've ever been with Chanute, but my husband, like, he was like stationed in like Iceland and places like that. I was like that has to suck.
I went to England
that's what he
to
said.
do training with the British parachute unit. I think that's the coldest I've been. We had to be out there on the plains. I was like, and of course it rained. Like it literally does rain in England a whole freaking bunch. I hated my time there. If we're gonna go places that I was very unhappy with.
Yeah, but they had a lot of fun over there.
Freezing.
Okay.
The night we were out doing some stuff. So I'd say we'll go with that.
Okay.
All right.
But all righty, y'all.
Let's have a good one. Sunday night, 10:30, guys.
It's been very special, very fun. I love all the time I get to spend with you guys. So let's do this again on Sunday.
Yeah, and he is right about the no trees where nothing to stop the wind from getting at you. So that's true. I still say England's colder.
Okay.
Got you, Mr. 411. And
everybody have a good one.
This has been fun. I love seeing you on that juice.
This is awesome.
Bring it back Sunday.
You know what? We're gonna have to call this like the Brothers After Dark or something. You know, it's like we don't have to like adhere to other stereotypes and like whatever.
Well, you just said Brothers After Dark, right? Brothers in Dark.
I don't care. We're doing us.
Yep. All right. Well, everybody, please come on back Sunday night. Let's do this.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be more fun. More stuff going on. Yeah.
Unless I'm super angry, then I won't. I don't want anybody else calling me angry brother again. I want to share the people. So
All right, guys.
Good
I'll see
night.
you Sunday.
Bye.
See you Sunday.
Good night.
It's always a pleasure. Now I gotta get